Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Hello Sella and Non, it is great to see y'all. I have played 26 hours of Pokemon Legends in the past 4 days. Oh, it's such a good game. Such a good game. I have now beaten the game. I have not done all the post-game stuff yet. I'm gonna do that after this week of streaming because Ada's taking the cartridge with her on a trip. But yeah, look. This game is amazing. This game is just wonderful. So good. So good. It is such a breath of fresh air, like, it's just amazing. I booted it up for the first time, like, after stream Monday, and I've just been having so much fun. It's just so good. It is just so good. I have been having a ton of fun. Like, last night, I caught my first natural shiny since 2009. Which I'm just so happy about. Like, I managed to, like, get a shiny Pokemon, like, not even grinding or anything, just got the 1 in 4096 chance for the first time since Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I'm just so happy. I have been having... So, fun fact, I've been playing Pokemon since the original Red and Blue, never got a shiny. Yeah, same with Nikki until literally last night. I will note, it is a lot easier to encounter a shiny in Pokemon Legends because, one, all Pokemon are in field, and two, they appear as shiny in field, so that is, like, just a big factor in, you know, being able to actually find shiny Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah, it is, like, just... It's a really good game. There are some things that, like, I want to see someone, like, actually do, like, a proper write-up on, especially, like, given the history of the Hokkaido region and the brutal, violent colonization of the Hokkaido region and its indigenous Ainu people by Japan. I think there is a lot to talk about with the plot and the setting of it, but I want someone with more experience on the subject to do that because I want to actually, like, know about it. Yeah, I am so, I am just so happy with, like, how the game plays. There's some interesting stuff. Yeah, like, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about some of the things, like, the battle system still needs polishing, but it is such a good step. I am so excited about all of it. Yeah, it's a good game. I can't wait to play more of it. If I had a if I had a capture card, I would be playing it on stream. Yeah, I am just, like, I'm over the moon with this Pokemon game. They have, finally gotten to make the game they have very clearly been wanting to make for years and years. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It is more than worth $60. Yeah. I am so excited for, like, just where Pokemon is going, but that's not as important as what we're going to be doing tonight. It is time for me to learn more of the Rust programming language. Last time I finished up, like, the basics of the language and went through the Building a Command Line Program IO project. So this time I am going to be starting out with functional language features. I am very, very excited. It's just gonna be really cool, and I cannot wait. Let me open up Rust Hello so we can get this all going. But yeah, one other thing. I have finally added some new music to the stream soundtrack. I have put copyright info for it in the description of both my Twitch channel and the eventual YouTube VOD, because the Pokemon Company did something really cool and has opened up the soundtrack for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Not Pokemon Platinum, sadly, but Pokemon Diamond and Pearl for use in non-commercial purposes, such as in like background music for videos and streams and such. I have, put the copyright info there. I am very excited to like have some more music. God, I love the Diamond and Pearl soundtrack. God, I wish I could put the Distortion World music into, but oh well. With that, how about we get going? Let's rock. Right, 1, 2. I need to make them actually fucking visible because reasons. This code and boom. All right. Then let me get this going. All right. Today we are starting on functional language features, iterators, and closures. Rust design has taken inspiration from many existing languages and techniques, and one significant influence is functional programming. Programming in a functional style often includes using functions as values by passing them in arguments, returning them from other functions, assigning them to variables for later execution, and so forth. In this chapter, we won't debate the issue of what functional programming is or isn't, but will instead discuss some features of Rust that are similar to features in many languages often referred to as functional. More specifically, we'll cover closures, a function-like construct you can store in a variable, iterators, a way of processing a series of elements, how to use the two features to improve the I/O project in Chapter 12, we'll go back to, and the performance of these two features. They're faster than you might think. Other Rust features such as pattern matching and enums, which we've covered in other chapters, are influenced by the functional style as well. Mastering closures and iterators is an important part of writing idiomatic, fast Rust code, so we'll devote this entire chapter to them. Alright. Closures! Woo! Also known as lambdas or stuff like that. Closure time. Hello, Matty Mix Games! Let me just, like, clear out this code. Get rid of that. No, I'll at least keep like the use Rust hello, but yeah. Up. There. Rust closures are anonymous functions. Yep, you can save in a variable or pass as arguments to other functions. You can create the closure in one place, then call the closure to evaluate in a different context. Unlike functions, closures can capture values from the scope they're in which they're defined. We'll demonstrate how these closure features allow for code reuse and behavior customization. Alright. Let's work on an example of a situation in which it's useful to store a closure to be executed later. Along the way, we'll talk about the syntax of closures, type inference, and traits. Consider this hypothetical situation. We work at a startup that's making an app to generate custom exercise workout plans. Specs written in Rust, algorithm generates the workout plan, takes into account many factors, such as age, BMI, gross, disgusting, oh well. I sworn I brought like a bit of food over here, but oh well, yeah. Exercise preferences, recent workouts, and intensity number, yep. The actual algorithm isn't important. What's important is calculation takes a few seconds. We want to call this algorithm only when we need to and only call it once so we don't make the user wait more than necessary. Alright. Oh boy, we're just gonna pretend it takes a long time. Hooray for thread sleep! Fun. Simulated expensive calculation. CU32 2 println calculating slowly. Thread. Yep, I've got to actually use thread and time duration. Okay, so use standard thread, use standard time duration, sleep duration from specs to intensity as return. Okay. Bah. I'm gonna be right back. I forgot to grab something to eat before stream. I should really do that. So yeah, give me just a minute. Found where I put the protein bar. Anyway, so let's pretend we're just doing something really complicated here and we'll just force it to take a long time. Yeah. Alright, then main is which contains parts of the workout app important. Okay. This function represents the code the app will call when a user asks for a workout plan. Because the interaction with the App Store end isn't relevant to the user closures, we'll hardcode values representing inputs to our program and print the outputs. Alright? So, intensity number and random number generate some variety. Okay, so let simulated user specified value equal 10. Oh. They could have gone with the XKCD bit here, but yeah, for like the standard random number, but yeah, let simulated random number equal 4 and generate workout related user specified value simulated random number. Okay. Let me open this up while we go. Okay, yeah. And for simplicity's sake, we'd use the intensity number from the app and use rand. Yep. Alright. Oh. Now. Variety. I-32 for each. No use. Let me actually remember to. Make sure my computer is on while we're doing this. Okay. So, if intensity less than 5, ln they do push-ups. There. And println next to data related expensive calculation intensity. Boom. Else if random, if variety, println, take a break day, hydrated. Remember to stay hydrated, y'all. Else, println, day run for minutes. Yep. Yep. Thank you for the hydrate posture check on. God, my nose. And a stretch. Alright. Yay. Multiple calls to show calculation. First if block calls simulate expensive calculation twice. If inside the outer else doesn't call it at all, and the code inside the second else calls it once. Yay. Desired behavior of generate workout function is to first check whether the user wants a low intensity workout. Yep. Or a high intensity workout. Low intensity will recommend a number of push-ups, sit-ups, yep. On the complex algorithm we're simulating. Fine. Yep, you want a high intensity workout, additional logic, yep. I'll recommend break and hydration, yep. Oh, wops! God, I cannot wait for the new model. Y'all are gonna love it. There's only one part left before it is ready to go. Code works the way business wants it to now, but let's say the data science team decides we need to make some changes. Yep. Simplify the update. We want to refactor this code so it calls the simulated expensive calculation function only once. We also want to cut the place where we're currently unnecessarily calling the function twice without adding any other calls. As we don't want to call it if the result isn't needed, and we still want to call it only once. Fuck yeah. Hooray! Yeah. Could restructure it in a few ways, so like assign it to a variable up there, that's an option. Yep. That would call it, yeah, that would like simplify it to one call, but then we'd also call it when we don't need to, which is a catch. Now calling this function, waiting for the result in all cases. Yep. We want to refer to it only once, but defer the expensive calculation to only where we actually need it. Use case for closures, woo! Alright, so we're instead gonna do let expensive closure. Yeah, so instead of simulated expensive calculation, we're going to change this to let expensive closure equals num. Boom. Illegal. Semicolon. Why are you angry? Can I have a global let binding? Right. That is supposed to go inside generate workout. Thank you. Yeah. Alright then, there. Closure definition comes after the equals to assign it to the variable expensive closure. Fine, we start with a pair of vertical pipes, inside which we specify the parameters to the closure. This syntax was chosen because of its similarity to closure defs in Smalltalk and Ruby. Woo, Ruby! I should learn Ruby sometime, probably. I've been told that Ruby is pretty cool for a dynamic language. Yep, one parameter named num, we would just comma separate, yep. But I don't think I've ever seen RA show the type highlight for a closure yet. Yeah, that is apparently a Rust Analyzer thing. Yeah, oh yeah, I've got, Rust Extension Pack, which, that's just Rust creates Petatomo. Yeah, then I've got Rust Analyzer, yeah. Yeah, usually pass closures directly into function structs, yeah. That's usually what you do with, like, closures or lambdas or such, so there's no type hints, yeah. Yeah. Yep, place curly brackets, hold the body of the closure. Optional if the closure body is a single expression, yep. The end closure after curly brackets needs a semicolon, yep. Value return, yep. Last line closure body will be value returned when called. Function bodies, yep. Alright. And, yep. Contains definition of an anonymous function, not the resulting value. Call their use in closure because you want to define the code to call it that one point store, then call it later point. With the closure defined, we can change the code in the if blocks to call the closure to execute the code and get the resulting value. Yep. So basically just brings it internal here. Yep. Call closure like we do a function, just put parens after it. We've introduced one of the problems. We're still calling the closure twice in the first if. We'll call the expensive code twice. Yep. Could create a variable local to the if. Let's talk about why there aren't, yep. Talk about why there aren't type annotations in the closure def and the traits involved with closures, okay. Inference time! Type annotations are required on functions because they're part of an explicit interface exposed to your users. Defining rigidly important for ensuring everyone agrees on types, but closures aren't used in an exposed interface. They're stored in variables and used without naming them and exposing them to the users of our library. Right. So basically, the rule with closures is you aren't showing these to anyone else, so just trust yourself. Okay. Yep. Yep, short closures, narrow context. It'd just be annoying and redundant, and you can just guess easily. We can add type annotations if we want to increase explicitness, but it's not required. It basically just lets you, like, strip a bunch of the code away because it's not super necessary for tiny things. Alright, yep. Closure tests will have one concrete type inferred for each of their parameters and for return value. Alright. If we try to call the closure twice using a string, we'll get an error that just because that's illegal. Static typing, no dynamic dispatch here. Sometimes I think about the fact that, like, lambdas in Java use, like, invoke dynamic. Like, why? Yep. Storing closures using generic parameters and fun traits. Okay. Turn to our workout generation app. Code was still calling the expensive calculation closure more times than it needed to. Right. So we could save the result instead of calling again, but this method could result in a lot of repeated code. Okay, lazy eval, woo! Alright. So create a struct that holds the closure, got it, yeah. Hooray, lazy! Need to specify the type of the closure, because structdef needs to know the types of each of its fields. Each closure instance has its own unique anonymous type. Even if two closures have the same sign, their types are still considered different. To define struct enums or function params that use closures, we use generics and trait bounds. Woo! Alright, yeah, so fun traits, then fun mute, or fun once, okay. Discuss the difference in capturing an environment with closures section, which is a bit later down, okay. Generic closure time, yay! Alright, so... Alright, so struct cashier t. This is also like called lazy in Java for folks who know that. So where t f n u32 to u2 calculation t value option 2. Right. Yep. So before we execute, value will be none. This is a structure where getter syntax is very helpful. So, impl g cashier where t fun 232 to 2 a new calculation cashier oh, oh, it autofilled some cashier calculation value none. Alright. Then unvalue and mute self argu32 to u2 match self value sum the none to let v equals self calculation arg. Do you need the parens there? No? Alright, yeah. They just feel like a extra wrap for safety or something. Yeah. Yep, then self value equals B. Then we could what? Oh wait, yeah, no, you do need them. At least for this very specific case, because otherwise it tries to look for a function, yeah. For a struct field, yeah, it's because structs and associated functions are different things. Yeah, like, they're grouped together, but, like, this is calling arg on the field self-calculation instead of looking for a function. Because functions and fields share, or functions and fields do not share namespaces, it looks. Yeah, then, that's odd. Yeah, I think, yeah, like, I mean, functions and fields don't, like, share namespaces in Java or a lot of other languages, too, so, yeah, like, yeah, I think, oh, wait, no, yeah, there's just there's a few things I'm thinking of, but yeah, I think it's because, like, like, Rust makes it explicit that, like, structs and then associated functions are kept separate. So, like, namespaces here are not the same as namespaces here because they're in different blocks. Yeah. Surprised Rusty won't let you do that. Seems kind of unnatural to me. Should be able to infer what you're doing there, yeah. Delegate fields in C# can be called just like regular functions, yeah. That feels like a weird Rusty thing. Like, I get the logic behind it, but it could be done better. I think, like, there is, like... Yeah, it's basically... Yeah, like, actually, we're seeing why right here, because fun value here and fun value here, or yeah, and then the field value here are the same name in different namespaces. Hey. I love you. Yeah. Function pointers in C and C++ are called like regular functions as well, yeah. I think, yeah, like, this does just feel like an edge case that could... Like, this feels like something that's an edge case that could be inferred out. Like, that feels like you could really type inference... No, we love you too long. Oh. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the features where there's like a 20-page GitHub issue thread, yeah. Yeah, like, it really feels like you could be able to infer that, but it's not at the moment. Maybe in a future version of Rust. Yeah. Cacher to manage structs field values rather than letting the calling code potentially change the values, so these fields are private. Yeah. Beep. Beep. Yep. Cacher new takes a generic parameter t, which we've defined as having the same trait bound as cacher, and cacher new returns a cacher instance that holds the closure specified in the calculation field and a none value in the value field because we haven't executed it yet. But yeah, like, I think there is like, yeah, yeah. Wait, actually, yeah, I think. No, you could very easily just, like, type inference that. You don't, yeah, like, you could very easily type inference that. You know what, it doesn't, but oh well. Might in the future? Hopefully will in the future. It should just be able to infer, oh, they mean the, or, you know, like, oh, yeah, we've got a closure such. You might need it for, it might still need to have the parentheses for, like, when you have both a function and a closure named that, and, like, they've got similar args, but yeah. Yeah, I think, like, it should be able to infer for, like, most cases, so it should do inference. Let me, let me quickly, GitHub, Rust, Lang. RFCs, issues, struct, field, associated function, inference. Alright, close? Like, I'm sure I've run into this before, but it feels weird, yeah. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like... Yeah. I kind of want to... Or, like, let me, struct, currents. Wander closed. Struct. Fields. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I might file an issue for that. Hello, Catton. I am just debating whether to file an issue on Rust RFCs for type inference stuff with with struct fields versus AFs. Like, just because you have to do like parens around this, otherwise it assumes it's an AF, when it could, like, theoretically, yeah, like, for most cases it could probably just like do inference. But yeah. Yeah, like, I am very tempted to just like write like write an RFC. Could do that on stream, but I think I'll get at least to the end of this page before making that decision. Okay, yeah, so we want cache and structs fields values rather than calling code, so, yep, impl details, we use a getter. Yeah, I think, like, yeah. Yeah, I feel like this should only be done for edge cases where you have getters. So yeah, I will, like, just write that out later. Or, yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna get to the end of, like, this page, then I'll write it up, yeah. Yep, this just is the same as, like, Java's lazy. Alright, so, yeah. Then we can do this instead, so we're gonna want to let mute this, then wrap this all in asher new paren, wrong paren, that paren, then that paren, there. And then, yep, then dot value. Oh, we're calling it expensive result. Result value. Result value. Hey. Yay. Right. Yeah, this is actually a bit different from, like, Java's lazy, because that's just a supplier and doesn't do calculations, but yeah. you could probably also like you could probably also like make different yeah, I could probably think up like a way to do like cache values of map into out, but yeah, since theoretically for this you'd only want it, you'd want it to be like a true function, so one in, so in every in to one out. Right? Yeah. Yep. So now you can do this, yep. Calculating, yep, so this should just always just do calculating slowly only once. Boom. Yay. Can kill that terminal. Yeah. Cool. Oh, this shouldn't do it at all, so yeah. Yay. That works. Limitations of the cache input. Caching values is generally useful behavior you might want to use in other parts with different closures. However, there are two problems for an impult. First problem is cache instance assumes you'll always get the same value per parameter arg. Yep, I was thinking about that. So we can test this, and it should blow up. Hash test fun call with different values. Let mute cacher new RA A. Let 1 equals C value 1. Let v2 value 2. S ec v2 2. Then run test, and this should fail. Ah! Oh wait, no, that's where did why was that there? What? Go again. Yep, test failed. You expect test to fail, there's different annotation to use? Yeah, but like, this test shouldn't fail, just I know this is gonna fail because our code's wrong at the moment. This is going over like the issue with our current cacher system. Alright. Yep. Yeah, that should fail. Yeah. Yep. So now we can, yeah, so now we can do a hash map U32 to U32. Yeah, standard selection hash map. Right then, hash map. Legal, yeah. Right then match. Then yeah, for this instead of doing a match, you'd want self value dot what was it? Try insert. Yeah. Let me just double check. So try insert. Yep. Tries to insert a key KV pair into the map. Returns a mutable reference to the value. Map already had this key present. Nothing is updated. And, yep. Try insert. Yeah. So this will be arg and self calculation arg there. Huh? Oh wait, no, that's not what I want. not try insert. What's it? I know there was like a specific function for this, right? Yeah, I could have sworn there's like a specific function for this. Is it just part of insert or 12? If map did not have this key present, none. Yep. It did have key values. Wait, no, that's values updated, all values returned. Yeah, no. No, wait, rust search to map if absent. Yeah. No, entry dot or insert, yeah. Entry arg dot or insert friend close friend. Yeah? Are you legal now? Oh no, not or friend or underscore. Boom. Are you good? Huh? Why? And mute 30. Ah! It's return. Oh, alright, yeah, so deref. There. Yay! Okay. I should get like a like cover for like all the Diamond Pearl stuff. Oh well. Yeah. I can like I can grab one later, but yeah. Pause closure every time? No. Or that does. Wait, that does. Wait, is there a compute if absent or something? Yep, all the closures, save the resulting value in a hash map, yeah. Oh, yeah, or else insert, nope. Oh, wait. No, or insert with. Yeah, let me check that, so. Oh, and that will call it, okay, so. Yeah, theoretically that will. Oh, yeah, because I've gotta then, do hard. This feels bad. If you give it a closure that takes no arguments, okay. There. No args. Legal, yay! Thank you, Maddie! Not seeing any Orsar methods, yep. Yeah, they are... Yeah, they're on the entry struct, yeah. Alright. Yeah, no, that's a lot better. I love Lambda in Lambda. It's always fun. Yeah, this only works for U32, but yeah, that should make that work. Alright. Found it. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of what tripped me up too, is because Java has like computive absence or such. Alright. Okay, so might want to cache, yep. That takes string size and return U size, yeah. Yeah, so now you could like just so then you could like do cache or TKV funcade V or such. Hey. That was actually if that wasn't behind me. First phone. Yep. Ooh. Sam the Boss 6969, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Uplink City. Yeah. Good to meet you. We're the entry only returns an and mute instead of and with functions for mute, yeah. Okay. Alright, yep. That should be happy, yeah. Oh. A V V now there's that, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna not worry about, like, adding more generics to it right now. We're gonna look at that later, probably, yeah. Actually, yeah, That is, like, Yep. Trip bounds are not satisfied yet. Oh wait, I've got a V. V. Nope. Jiffy, not control V. Whoops. We're that's still not actually happy, huh? Oh yeah, because I've got it specified. K can be ek. Yeah, so yeah, where T K ek B hash. Yeah? Yay. Or no. What does it want for you to implement? Yep, or K ek plus hash, yeah. You good? Ah. Oh, cannot move out of K ek then B copy. Or clone and dot clone. Yeah? Wait, no, copy, not copy. Yeah, copy. There. Is that good? Yes. Alright, that works, yeah. Home returns own, not reference, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh wait, is that? Oh no, now. Oh no, ownership. Legal? No, okay, yeah, alright, now it's an ownership mess, yeah, if I save this, yeah, this is gonna be illegal. Is that illegal? Yes. Use of moved value arg, yeah, after move. 2727, value is moved here. Why does entry have to take a entry takes ownership. K copy? There. Yeah? Legal! Alright, now that's legal for anything copyable. Woo! So, now if I run this, you should be fine. You should be happy. Yay! It's happy. Is it happy if I make it do the calculation? Yes! Woo! Ah! Ah! Oh, I'm happy with that, yeah. I actually got some code written. Woo! Wait, oh no, Snip's not running, shit. Yeah, once this song ends, I'm good. I forgot to actually put, like, the music player heads-up display. Yeah, yeah, I will just, once the song's over, I will do that, but yeah. Yeah, I got that working, yay! I'm glad I'm managing to actually get my head, like, wrapped around Rust. That makes me really happy. Yeah. Alright. Now, if I shuffle all... Now it's showing up good. Thank goodness. Yeah, I am really happy I actually managed to get that working, because that means I'm actually, like, getting how this works. And thank you to the compiler for helping. I love how Vera just does have whoops. Yeah, can you make a script so you don't have to remember to start it every time? I could, but also then I'd have to, like, write a script, and, like, I don't want, like, the thing is, I don't run snip every time I stream. I'd have to do something fucky with, like, I'd then have to have, like, 2 different ways to open OBS, and then I would have to, like, remember that anyway, so it's not actually that much time saving over just regularly. Yeah, it's fine. Not everything has to be automated. Yeah, I am actually really happy I managed to get that, like, cacher code actually, like, implemented? That makes me happy. Yeah, so so now that I've got all that, you know what? Fuck it. I'm throwing this in lib. But, Save. Yeah, because I'm not telling it to use Rust hello. There, it should always use Rust hello. Are you angry? Oh yeah, because uses. Ba 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 ba. There. Oh yeah, pub. Pub. There. I can save, rescan. Oh yeah, there. Yeah. Not everything has to be automated. Factorio would like to talk. Yeah. Oh, you heading out soon, hon? Okay. Yeah. Alright, so, now, closures! Alright, so... Beep, beep. Let x equals 4. Your AE system is lagging the whole server trying to calculate how to craft ores. Oh boy, yeah. So x equals 4. Let equal to x equals bar z. E equal x. Let y equals 4. Assert equal x y. Woo! Yay! I need some. Yeah, I'm using Under.io inventory panel and almost crashed just crafting manually. Fun, yeah. 112. 112 really was a time with modding. Yeah, okay. Okay. Here, even though x is not one of the parameters of equal to x, you can grab it with closures. Yay! Can't do it with, yeah, a local function. Yep, it just tells you to do, like, closures instead. Oh, I didn't know that you can actually, like, do recursive funcdefs. Neat. When a closure captures a value from its environment, it uses memory to store the values for use in the closure body. This use of memory is overhead that we don't want to pay in more common cases where we want to execute code that doesn't capture its environment. Because functions are never allowed to capture environment, defining and using functions will never incur overhead, okay? So there are 3 ways you can capture values. Ownership, borrowing mutably, and borrowing immutably. Yep. So fun once, yeah, fun once moves, okay. Yep. Yeah, so fun once will move. That's why it's only once. Yep. Fun mute will change the environment because it mutably borrows values, and fun just borrows immutably, okay. C++ doesn't let you fake it, but you can do inline namespaces for some reason. Fun. Yep. When you create a closure, Rust infers which trait to use based on how the closure uses the values from the environment. Yep. All closures implement fun once because they can all be called at least once. Yep. Closures that don't move the captured variables also implement fun mute, and closures that don't need mutable access to the captured variables also implement fun. Okay. Still don't fully understand why you would define a function inside another side from just hiding it from other scopes. Yeah. There's not much use for it most of the time. Yet there are uses for it in other languages without access rules. Like, that's like the main, like, when you don't have, like, pub or private, yeah, when you don't have access rules, like, public or private or such, that's when you want to like make internal functions. That's where you do that in Python and such. Clear code factorization, yeah. There's that, there's like access rules, and then there's whatever the fuck JavaScript is doing. Ugh. I realized, yeah, the cause of one of my least favorite things about JavaScript recently. Like, Did you know that did you know that almost all JavaScript languages or JavaScript programs don't use JavaScript's like built-in classes? Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. Like, classes in JS are bad. That's fair, yeah, like, JavaScript is just a mess, yeah. Like, I don't like how, like, you have, yeah, like, var whatever equals object, then whatever dot whatever func equals function xy return x times y. I don't like, actually no, I don't want to say that, yeah. I don't like how this is how you do, yeah, I don't like that this is how you basically have to do like associated functions in JS. I don't like it at all. It's it makes it so hard to read. Like, just like, if classes in JS were good and weren't just like prototype based, then like you could just like do class whatever. Yeah, basically. Don't have to write it that way, yeah. You don't have to, but that's how most code bases do, yeah. You can do whatever, yeah. Yeah, like, so like, then like, so like, whatever func x, y, yeah. Yeah, but like, yeah, so then like you could do whatever func x, y, to then return x times y. I do use classes when using TypeScript though, yeah. TypeScript is actually good for classes, yeah. Like, you can do whatever func x, y, return x times y, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but like, I think it's just, it looks like, yeah, like, this just looks, yeah, like, this is an indicator of a lambda. Like, that, actually does look to be illegal, but yeah. Yeah, with no yeah, oh. Yeah, okay, so you don't even, like, just use, like, var or whatever, yeah. That's, like, better, but, like, people don't really do that. They all, like, just every code base I've had to look at uses this syntax. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't save. I don't like JavaScript. It's bad. I'm so glad WASM exists so I never have to use JavaScript ever. I just don't look at other people's JS code bases. Yeah, that is, like, the better option and what I should do, but I, for some reason, decided to make a program that has to interact with, like, JSON exported from a JS codebase, and I had to look at the JS codebase for documentation on what goes into that JSON. Reminds me of lambda-dix in Python for switch statements at home, yeah. Yeah. I am glad that, like, that Python is finally getting, like, pattern matching, like, Python pattern matching. Like, structural pattern matching is, like, here now. It's, like, a thing, which, cool. Apparently, yeah, I've had some people complain that, like, it doesn't, like, help in, yeah, I've had some people say that it isn't, like, good for Python, but I think it's better, yeah. Well, you have to have some JS glue code for WASM. Yeah, but, like, only, like, if you're doing web stuff. Yeah, like, if you're doing WASI, you don't have to worry about it, yeah. Pattern matching is the thing I miss the most when using other links, yeah. Yeah, there's, like, yeah, Java's even got, like, some pattern matching-ish stuff now. Yeah. Yeah, there is some, like, yeah, cool things. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we've got those different rules. Yeah, when you create a closure, Rust infers which trait to use based on how the closure uses the values. Yep. If you want to force closure to take ownership, you can use the move keyword before the parameter list, okay? Mostly useful when passing a closure to a new thread to move the data so it's owned by the new thread. Ooh! Transferring data between threads. That's cool. Move may still implement fun or fun mute even though they capture variables by move. This is because the traits implemented by a closure type are determined by what the closure does with the captured values, not how it captures them. Alright, ref exists too, yeah. So yeah, we'll have more examples of move in chapter 16 when we talk about concurrency. Whee! Concurrency. I've only ever made one thing that, yeah, or, no, I've made, like, yeah, like, the only thing I've ever, like, written from scratch that uses concurrency was because of, like, limitations of, like, Python's, like, GUI stuff, but yeah. Move closures are what fucks me up the most when dealing with the borrow checker. Wee! Yeah. Well, I guess, yep. Alright, so that'll just be move. Yep. Here's the code from listing 1312 with move keyword added, yep. Here it added to the closure definition using vectors instead of ints. Yep. Yep, so vec 1, 2, 3. Then vec 1, 2, 3. Yeah, now this will be illegal because variable moved, yep. And then borrowed after we. Yeah, Rust makes concurrency really easy. It's so nice to work with. Yay! I have done most of my stuff with concurrency in, like, I've done, like, 2 things with concurrency. Let me GitHub. So I've got GBS Toolkit, which does, like, some Python concurrency stuff, which, where is that? Yep. GBS Toolkit, and under, initpy. Yeah, it just uses, like, the tkinter stuff, and I do have to do, like, a bit of, like, stuff there with, threading, and it's weird. Yeah, yeah, so, yeah, like, I've got, like, this application bit, I've just got, like, I've just got, like, threads there. I don't really know how it works, but it does, like, yeah. First time using concurrency was when dealing with Java networking for a class project. Oh boy, Java! Do I have any of, like, that code? Or, wait, no, that would probably be in Cotton, wouldn't it? Nope, I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I've got, like, some, like, stuff that kind of touches concurrency, but not quite? Here, loader, yes. Yeah, it just, like, does, like, it basically all it does is just, like, just puts it in a Java completable future. I've never actually, like, done other stuff with it. I've just written stuff for someone else's parallelism code to write. Yeah. Yeah, most of the time when specifying one of the fun trait bounds, you can start with fun, and compiler will tell you if you need fun mute or fun once, okay? To illustrate situations with... Alright, so next we're going on to iterators, but... Who wants to write an RFC issue with me? let's go. Inference between struct closure fields and associated functions. Alright. There's props of using Java threads for clean looking generators, yeah. Alright, so inference between struct closure fields and associated functions. So right, yeah. At the moment, Rusty assumes that I don't know. I need to like. If you. I'm trying to. Are there like. I need to. Is it. I'm trying to figure out what, like, this action. I think there's an RFC template. Is there? Let me check. Yeah, no, I'm not actually like making a full RFC. I'm just creating an issue. Yeah, oh. Yeah, so there's like some stuff, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not making like a proper like structured RFC. I am just making an issue like I could like like if I wanted to I would like like I would have to do like the whole like summary motivation, all of that. All I'm doing right now is just making a new issue. If you want to call a closure stored yeah, calling a function pointer? Not quite. Yeah, basically, let's start with this sample. Yeah. Let's start with the hasher, the hasher p struct from Rust at the book from the book chapter 1 13.1 rs paste the wait, why is that copied? I hit copy here. Yeah, in the book itself, I would say something like Rusty requires parentheses. Rusty requires parentheses when calling a function pointer or closure from a struct field. At the moment, if I wanted to call the closure, stored as a closure stored in a hasher, I would need to call write from Hasher, I would need to call hasher.calculation 32. Yep. Yeah. This is because Rust C. Yeah. Assumes that. Yeah. What would the Rust? I want to like assumes an F. I'm just I'm just gonna write out like some Beckesnar form for this. Let me pull up the reference. So so BNF field access, or no, do I want, so colon equals variable things struct. Actually, is there a Rust BNF? Ooh. Let me see. Patterns, types, block statements, expressions, Rust Gram? I could, let me actually look through this, so. Alright, so. Is there actually like a, hey, I love you. I love you too, hon. Yeah, I hope you have a good time.
Hope you do.
Yep. See ya. Yeah. Ada's heading off for the weekend, so it's just gonna be me, so. Let me actually. Where's like. Yep. Alright, so. Dot. Or no, it is. No, that's just tokens. Struct. Right, like, yeah. Ref expert, yeah. Yeah, there's an answer here for why Rust works this way, yeah. Boop. Yeah, apparently avoids ambiguity with traits. Yeah, yeah, always parses a method call, never looks for fields. Avoids ambiguity, yeah, like... Yep. Yeah, like, I understand that. Yeah, Oh, it's because, yeah. I understand why, but, like, I'm still gonna, like... I think there are, like, enough use cases where, I think there are enough use cases for it to just be, like, I feel like there are enough use cases for it just to, I agree it's an ugly workaround, Yeah, yeah, I'm just, yeah, so, yeah, worth try, yeah. Ident dot, yeah, yeah, ident dot, yeah, field name, and, yep, you can do the, you can do cast to the trade if you need it, but yeah, I am just, like, gonna, like, bring this up anyway. Yeah, then, yeah. Yeah, I think, like, just while it does decrease ambiguity, there are enough situations in which it is unambiguous, which, yeah, that there should be a shortcut for that. Then, associated function call, equals ident dot, associated function name friend args friend. But yeah, while this is helpful to avoid ambiguity in the context of getters, where where you can where convention is to name the field and the associated function with the same. Oh, yeah, the same. It should be possible for Rusty to assume in the case that there is only a field with the name and not an associated function, that the user is attempting to call the closure stored in the function. Yeah. And I'm going to quickly, is there like an anchor for this? Nope, there is, no. Alright, so yeah, like, up, close, 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 up, ah! Up, Alright. Yeah. In the case that both exist, that there is both a closure yeah, and an associated function with that name, the current behavior can serve to, yeah, disambiguate. Alright, yeah. Submitted. might not go anywhere, you know, like, it's fine if it gets close, I just want to, like, pull it up. Yeah. Alright, now that we're done with that, iterator time, woo! Alright, iterators are cool and fun. Let v1 equals vec 1, 2, 3. Let v1 iter equals v1 iter. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Use foo clone bar to specify trait method. Yeah. So, actually with that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, I will, like, bring it up. Hopefully there will be some discussion around, but yeah. Like, I understand the quirk, and, like, it's fine if folks decide that, like, reducing the ambiguity is, like, a bit more important, but yeah, I do want to just, like, put my voice on it. Alright, so, now I've got v1 and v1 iter. Then, for val in v1 iter, print ln got val run. Yep, that'll just do that. Sample listing 1314 separates creation of the iterator from the use in the for loop. Yep. Languages that don't have iterators provided by standard libs, you'd likely write the same functionality by starting a variable at index O. Yep, you'd use the, like, for I equals O, I less than size, I plus plus. Iterators handle all that logic for you, cutting down on repetitive code you could potentially mess up. Iterators give you more flexibility to use the same logic with many different kinds of sequences, not just data structures you can index into like vectors. Let's examine how iterators do that. Alright, so there's... Woo! Maddie Makes Games, thank you very much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Welcome to LMOS. You'll really need to, like, figure out what I want to do for that. I want to change that one up. I need to decide that by the time I, like, am ready to put my Live 2D, like, public. Okay. Yeah, This definition uses some new syntax. Type, item, and self item. Okay, so... yeah, so... Alright, just an associated type, okay. Alright, that is alright, yeah, so... Associated types, that's where you'd put, like, your, like, dict entries, or, yeah, iterator items or stuff, but yeah. Implementing the iterator trait requires that you also define an item type. This item type is used in the return type of the next method. In other words, the item type will be the type returned from the iterator. Got it. Only requires implementers to define one method. The next method returns one item of the iterator at a time wrapped in sum, and when the iteration's over, returns none. Alright, yep. We can call the next method on iters directly using 1315 def. Yep. Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen something like this before, mostly with, like, yeah. Java iterators and, like, enhanced for loops work the same way. They just compile down to, like, calling next over and over. Yep. Or, like, they do, like, while iter, yeah, while not iter is empty. Or, yeah, or they do while iter has next and such, yeah. We need to make v1 iter mutable. Calling the next... Yep, calling next method does change internal state, which is mutation. It consumes the iterator, yep. It's called next, eats up an item. Didn't need to make v1 iter mutable for a for loop because the loop took ownership of v1 iter and made it mutable behind the scenes. Okay. That's neat. Alright, Also note, the values we get from the calls to next are immutable references to the values of the vector. Inner method produces an iterator over mutable references. If we want to create an iterator that takes ownership of v1 and returns own values, we need to call into iter instead of iter, yep. And if we want to iterate over mutable references, we call iter mute, okay. I think, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about, like, the name into iter for that, or, like, into for that. It does make sense, but, like, I feel like it would be nice for it to, like, be something a bit more explicit, like, owned iter, or iter owned to go with iter mute or such, but yeah. It is understandable why it's called into iter, because you are turning it into an iter. Yeah, you were, like, transforming the vec into an iter, which is why it's called that. Yeah. I think into is nice because it helps me conceptualize the consuming. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alright. Iterator trait has a number of different methods with default impulse prevented by standard lib. Yay! You can look up standard API doc for iterator. Yep, some of these methods call the next method in their definition, which is why you're required to implement next method, yep. Methods that call next are called consuming adapters, because calling them uses up the iterator. One example is the sum method, yep, which takes ownership of the iterator and iterates through the items by repeatedly calling next, thus consuming, yep. As it iterates through, it adds each item to a running total and returns the total when the iteration is complete, yay. Yep, so yeah, like then you just would do like sum like that. That would just like return an I32 or such, yeah. Yep. Yeah, oh, would it? Oh, it wants to take a type there, okay, yeah. Got it. Yeah. Other methods defined on the iterator trait known as Iterator Adapters allow you to change iterators into different kinds. Okay. Ooh. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, because, right, iterator's a monad! Woo! Yep. Allow you to change iterators into different kinds of iterators. You can chain multiple calls to iterator adapters to perform complex action in a readable way, but because all iterators are lazy, you have to call one of the consuming adapter methods to get results from calls to iterator adapters. Alright. You are, yep, oh, that's UB, okay. Yep. So this is just calling map, yep. It'll warn that, yep, iterators are lazy and do nothing unless consumed, yay. Yep. Yeah, so, map bar x plus 1. And then that would consume it, yeah. The must-use annotation is really nice, yeah, very nice. Yeah. Rust has a lot of, like, very helpful annotations and such. Alright. To fix this and consume the iterator, we'll use collect, yep. Yep, then, collect. Then you need to, like, tell what type it's going into. Back, boom. There. Stuff like that. Now, if only they would actually stabilize the proc macro diagnostics feature. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds helpful. Yeah. Yep, so now if I run this, it'll say 234, or, yep, 234. What issues do you have? Just unused, or? Oh yeah, unused. Okay, yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, and oh, Russell integration. All right, delete, save. Yeah. Yeah. And I can just assert ec d1 Yeah, I am very excited to like learn about Rust macro. Now I'm very excited to learn how to do macros in Rust. Those sound fun. Yeah. Yeah. Because map takes a closure, we can specify any operation we want to perform on each item. Yay. Macros are very nice, yeah. This is a great example of how closures let you customize some behavior while reusing the iteration behavior that the iterator trace provides, yeah. Yep. Then using closures that capture environment, yep. So, oh, they're doing this, oh, in lib, okay. Why did I close lib? Right, hash dfg test. Mod test for our, yeah, so derive partial ec debug struct 2 size u32 style string. Hello Rempower. Yeah, library support makes them actually nice to work with and allows you to use a lot of similar code in build scripts. Yay. Oh no, mod tests fun shoes in size shoes vec 2 size 232 vec 2 shoes into iter filter s size equal to size select, and yep. And yep. Test. Then filters by size. Let shoes equals vec. Yeah. Yeah, how goes the coding? Pretty well, yeah. I'm having a good time. Two size 10 style string from two size style string from sandal. Yeah. Two size 10 style string from boot. There, yeah. And up. Let in my size equal in size choose 10. Assert ec in my size vec 2 size 10 style string from sneaker comma 2 size 10 style string from boot Semicolon. Where are you angry? Oh. Hooray, shaky hands. Run. Ah! Why did you fail? Did I mess up somewhere? Yeah. Oh, yes I did. Yay! Therein lies my issue with unit testing. What if you write the tests wrong? Boot is my favorite shoe style to wear in the snow. Yeah, yeah, that is like an issue I like have worried about a lot with like unit testing and such. Is I have very shaky hands and I am very liable to just straight up write the tests incorrectly. And then what do you do there? Make unit tests for your unit tests? Yeah, like, unit tests are very good and very important, but they are trying to fix writing code wrong by writing more code, and writing code is a liability. I just hate making unit tests so much, yeah. Luckily it looks like Rust makes unit tests a lot, yeah. Trick is to write code that is really hard to even write unit tests for, yeah. Wrote a hash table unit test and so you got the table size wrong, yeah. Like, luckily it looks like Rust makes unit tests and test-driven development actually, like, bearable. Like, having a way, like, just... Unit tests in Rust are turning out to just be very easy for me. Yeah, like, they're very easy to, like, just write and run. Like, literally, I can just, like, put an annotation here, just write a function in my, like, main, like, lib file, hit the button, and it works. That is something that just no other language has ever had. Thank you, Rust, for having a very, very strong built-in build system. Yeah, like, I've tried, like, I've had so much hell trying to get unit tests to work with Python, especially with, like, also allow you to run code you put in documentation as unit tests, yeah. Even with a good testing environment, I just never know what I care to test, yeah. That's one of the reasons that, Rust the Rust book promotes test-driven development, where what you test is everything. It is slow, it is kind of painful, but it will make sure that your code is doing almost exclusively what you intend. Is every time you write some new code, you write the test for it first. Heavily disagree with that style of development. Yeah, I absolutely will not be able to do it for any sizable project. Yeah, TDD is an anti-pattern, in my opinion, yeah. Yeah, I definitely, like, my flavor of ADHD will make it just not possible for me to do TDD, but yeah. Like, I just cannot focus long enough to write all of that. I've got to, like, actually, like, just write the code. Yeah, I don't want to do tests for every method, yeah. You know, like, Rust makes TDD very easy, just with, like, having a very simple test system, but it is still TDD. Yeah. Alright. I still just never unit test, mostly because TDD fundamentally doesn't work with most of the code I write, heavy network usage and graphics. Yeah, that is the other, like, thing is, like, TDD, yeah, causes you to write code that's easily testable, but easily testable code is not necessarily good code, yeah. Huh. But yeah, so, I'm gonna, like, clean this out for now, so, so, yeah, abrupt counter, count new 32, impl counter, a new counter, counter, count, O. Then simple iterator for counter. The only time I've spent writing tests is either when I'm making documentation or in my MC data pack library. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, you've got a data pack lib? Nice. Yeah, I do a bunch. Yeah. Or not do, did. Yeah, like, I love data packs and just doing wild stuff with them. I was the fucking queen of data-driven content on Fabric for a while. Yeah, yeah, I don't remember, Maddie, if you've ever actually, like, talked about, like, the data pack stuff you do. My memory's a bit messy. I'm writing a library to parse data packs. Ooh, fun. Yeah, I haven't touched it in 4 months. Oh, mood. Yeah, mood. Yeah, I like the data pack system in Minecraft Java Edition. It is like, I don't like JSON. There's a lot of issues with it being all JSON, but type item equals U32, and next immute self to options self item if self count less than 5 self count plus equal 1 some self count else none. Yeah, Mojang's data types give me big brain hurt. Oh, God, have you ever looked at Data Fixer Upper? I am because, fucking Data Fixer Upper. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy. Who wants to see some of the worst stuff I've ever seen? Yeah, I had a horrible idea to try to support 118, 118 and stuff. I refuse to look at Data Fixer Upper, it's so bad. Oh, oh, it's so horrible. Oh, God. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, why, Mojang? Oh, why? Why? It's so bad. Fucking, yeah, fucking like curry function, like, it's so bad. Yeah, the fucking like K1 and K2, like, look at these. Like, they're just empty interfaces. They're, like, Data Fixer Upper is Mojang's attempt to write a DSL for, like, a functional programming DSL inside of Java. Rust used to have array types for low constant values, and to Rust you got constant generics, yeah. Yeah, it's so much. There is one part of, yeah, I will say, there is, like, one part of DFU that is genuinely actually pretty good. Let me see if I can find it. The codec system, yeah, they still have that for tuples, yep. You know, I will say that, the codec system in, the codec system in, Data Fixer Upper is some of the best, like, serialization stuff I've seen in a while. I think that's I think it's pretty good. You can do some really good stuff with it. It makes it really easy to convert different, like, things in different, like, data storage languages between each other, like, it's not, but, like, you know, like, just their whole, like, dynamic ops system, like, I have a couple of friends who contract for Microsoft working on Minecraft. No idea what they work on specifically, though. Yeah, yeah. Like, I think like yeah, like, yeah, like, I think like there's some really cool stuff like this JSON ops plus one other like class that's built into Minecraft lets you automatically, mostly losslessly convert between JSON and NBT. I think that's really cool. There are like a couple issues that do cause like lossiness just because of the structures being fundamentally different, but you can almost like just the fact that there is like for Rust has derived serialized to serialized when using Stardate, yeah, derived stuff like that is even better, but yeah, like for something complex like this and like some of the stuff they do with it, I think it's really good. Just like, hey, I can now immediately convert like this JSON blob into NBT or this NBT blob into JSON. Yeah, there's even NBT support with my friend's library. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's some cool stuff in Data Fixer Upper for if you're working with Java. Yeah. But also, Data Fixer Upper really needs to just be lazily evaled. It really needs to be lazily evaled. So bad. Yeah, we've set our associated item type to U32, yep. Don't worry about associated types, we'll cover them in Chapter 19, which is Advanced Features. Oh boy, that's where you get the unsafe shit. Whee! That's very far away, wow. Yep. Want our iterator to add 1, yep. So, then we can just, test. Calling next directly. Let mute counter equals counter new. Assert ec counter next sum1. Assert. Why is that semicolon? What? Ec counter next sum2 assert ec counter next sum3 assert ec counter next sum4 assert ec counter next sum5 assert ec counter next none, and run that. I forgot an exclamation point. Run. Yay, passed. Woo! Yeah. Copying a frame once, yeah, been writing more and more code that requires unsafe. I don't want to have insane run times, yeah, me, yeah. Copying a frame once every frame, yeah, clone's incredibly slow there, yeah. Yeah, there is, like, yeah, but using pointer copy non-overlapping is fast, yeah. There is, like, yeah, there are some times that you need to do unsafe stuff because safety is slow. Yeah. Alright, yep. So creates a new counter, then calls next repeatedly, yep. Other iterate methods are like, yep, you can zip it, ooh. What, yep, produces only 4 pairs, yeah, so, some ways we want to take the values produced by an instance of counter, pair them with values produced by another counter after skipping the first value, multiply each pair together, keep only those results that are divisible by 3, and add all the resulting values together. Oh boy, yeah. So, counter new.zip to combine, okay, yep. Rust station, hello, Nyantastic. Yeah, I am learning Rust right now. Yeah, oh shit, I completely forgot to turn on the most important part of the stream. There! Oh. Ah. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot the, like, little llama Ferris. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, ah. Yeah, yeah. Kind of makes me upset when big libraries have no unsafe because it treats unsafe as something bad that shouldn't be used rather than just a tool you need to pay more attention when using. Yeah. Unyantastiku, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Uplink City. Yeah. Yeah, then like zip. Yeah. Zip, then map. Yeah. Filter, then sum. Wow. Fun times. Yeah, yeah, I really do like the functional stuff in, like, yeah. Yeah. Safe doesn't mean no memory leaks, yeah, at box.leak. Yeah, 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 I think, like, there are points where you do have to use unsafe. Just unsafe just means you've got to be careful. Right. Alright, back over to, folder, mini grep. Back over to our IO project from previously. So, yep. Alright. In 12.6 we added code that took a slice of string values and created an instance of the config struct. Yep. Indexing into the slice, then cloning, allowing config to own. We've reproduced the implementation of config new. Yep. So, config new, yeah. Yep, so we've still got the arglen less than 3, yep. Then we've got the clone here, so yeah. Yep, so this is what we've got right now. Yeah, to be fair, if 99% of code you don't need unsafe, yeah, 95% of code you don't need unsafe, but there's a lot of cases where unsafe is easy to use without breaking anything and improves performance memory usage, yeah. Once I used unsafe to make a string from a fixed size stack, allocate a byte array, because I thought it'd be extra fast, fun, yeah. Alright, yeah, so this is what we got right now. At the time we said not to worry about inefficient clone calls because we'd remove them. Well, now, yep, here it is. We need clone because we have a slice with string elements in the parameter args, but the new function doesn't own args. To return ownership of config, we had to clone the values, so we can change new to take ownership of an iterator as its argument instead of borrowing a slice. Right, so yeah, so alright. Yeah, so once config new takes ownership, yep, we can move the string values from the iterator into config rather than calling clone and making a new alloc. Put it in a wrapper so it didn't get dropped, yeah. Right, so over in main, yep. So basically same thing here, yep. Envargs collect, yep. Config new and args, yeah. Change the start of the main function, yep, to your config new env args. So env args, and then instead of that we'll do that. Oh, no, delete, not equals. There, yep. So now we've got that, and that's not going to be great because we've actually, yeah, now we've got a yeah, so now it's iter string. Yep. Oh, now it's gonna be and prime stuff. And so new args env colon env colon args. Then this is gonna be prime static. Okay. That will last forever. Yep. Yep. Shows the type of iterator, it turns to standard env args. Yep. Updated the signature config new, so yep. You should be happy now. But you're not because gotta change that. So yeah. Updated the signature config new, so args has type standard args instead of in string. We'll be mutating args by doing over it. We can add the mute args. Okay, yeah. Mutable. Yep. Need to specify string slice air type can now only have the static lifetime because we're only ever returning string literals. Yep. But yeah, when we had a reference and parameters possibility, reference and return type could have had the same lifetime. Yep. Yeah, that's lifetime elision. Weren't required to annotate, but now we just change it to static because it'll be here forever. And yeah, so now I'll fix the body of config new. So yeah, yeah, so this will be let query equals match args next sum arg to arg none, and then we're gonna consume the first one, so args next. Yeah, so consume the first one, then none to return error. Didn't get a query string. Right, then let file name equals match args next sum arg to arg none to return error. Didn't get a file name. Semicolon, semicolon, save. Legal? Yes! Yep, then just keep all that the same and yay. Remember, the first value returned in envargs is the name of the program, so we just want to consume that. Well, next to get the value for query, and then next again for file name, yay. Then, down here, yep, I already did this actually, just like the contents lines filter, line contains query, yep. Yeah. I have the exact same thing, woo! Yeah, unwrapper error. Yeah. Yeah. You could use unwrapper error there, yeah. Yeah, so that, yeah, that could instead be, let file name equals at yeah equals args next unwrap or error. Is there an unwrapper error? Didn't get a file name. Is that real? No! Unwrapper error isn't real in option. Yeah, Yep, yeah, unwrapper error does not exist, it looks. Right? Yep, yeah, oh well. Alright. Yeah, got the name wrong, sorry, yeah, unwrap, unwrap or? No, nope, or, yeah, is it, unwrapper else? Nope, that's compute, yeah. Yeah, so, unwrapper else, yeah. Is there one for errors? Yep. Expect panics with provided custom, unwrap panics with generic, unwrapped or provide default, unwrap or default, yep. Unwrapper else, yeah. Error. So there is transforming, transforms the, oh no, that transforms it into a result, but then, you know, so then you could okay, or, yep. Alright, so, okay, or, then, question mark? Yeah, that should theoretically work. Alright, I'm gonna comment this out. Let query equals args next. Okay, or didn't get a string. Semicolon. Yeah, and theoretically, terminal cargo run, what was the name of the, poem.txt, poem.txt, or legal? Are you legal? Ah! Wait, no, I swapped them. Yeah, I swapped them, yeah, so cargo run or poem txt. Yay, now it works. So yay, did that. Woo! Yep. Alright, so all the purpose of search, yep. I'm gonna go back, open to Rust Hello for now. But yeah. Yay! Hooray for cleaner code. Right, yep. Which style should you choose in your own code and why? Original implementation or using iterators? Most programmers prefer to use the iterator style. It's a bit tougher to get the hang of, but once you get a feel for iterator adapters and what they do, iterators can be easier to understand. Instead of fiddling with various bits of looping and building new vectors, focuses on high-level objective. This abstracts away some of the commonplace code. Yeah, but intuitive assumption might be that the more low-level loop will be faster. Let's talk about performance! Comparing performance loops versus iterators. Okay. Hello, I can't stay because work super early in the morning, but I want to say, hey, I love you and you're cute. That's all, carry on. Thank you, Jasper. Great having you here even for a bit. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, rest well. Alright. Now, we're in a benchmark by loading the entire contents of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle into a string, looking for the word "the" in the contents. Yep. Here are the results of the benchmark of the search using the for loop and version using iterators. The iterator version was slightly faster. Ooh. I want to explain the benchmark code here. Point is not to prove the two versions are equivalent, but to get a general sense of how these two implementations compare. Yeah. Had to go sleep now. Rest well. Yeah. You should check using various text size. Various sizes as the contents, different words, and words of different lengths as query, and all kinds of other variations. One is this. Iterators, although a high level of abstraction, get compiled down to roughly the same code as if you'd written the lower level code yourself. Iterators are one of Rust's zero-cost abstractions, by which we mean using the abstraction imposes no additional runtime overhead. This is analogous to how Bjarne Stroustrup, the original designer and implementer of C++, defined zero overhead in the foundations of C++. In general, C++ implementations obey the zero overhead principle. What you don't use, you don't pay for, and what you do use, you couldn't hand code any better. That's good language design. Yep. Following code is taken from an audio decoder. Decoding algorithm uses the linear prediction mathematical operation to estimate future values based on a linear function of the previous samples. This code uses an iterator chain to do some math on 3 variables in scope: a buffer slice of data, an array of 12 coefficients, and an amount by which to shift data in QLP shift. We've declared the variables within this example, but not given them any values. Although this code doesn't have much meaning outside its context, it's still a concise real-world example of how Rust translates high-level ideas to low-level code. Right. Yeah, that is cool. So, Yep, alright, so for iron 12 to buffer.len, yeah. Prediction, coefficients, iter, yep. Zip, map, sum to QLP shift, yep, pipe to QLP shift. Calculate the value of prediction. This code iterates through each of the 12 values in coefficients and uses zip to pair the coefficient values with the previous 12 values in buffer. Then for each pair, we multiply the values together. Yep. Sum all the results and then shift the bits in the sum QLP shift bits to the right. Oh, that's not pipe. That's that is a bit shift. Okay, yeah. Calculations in applications like audio decoders often prioritize performance most highly. Here we're creating an iterator using 2 adapters and then consuming the value. Yeah. What assembly code would this Rust code compile to? As of this writing, it compiles down to the same assembly you'd write by hand. There's no loop at all corresponding to the iteration over the values and coefficients. Rust knows that there are 12 iterations, so it unrolls the loop. Hooray! Yep, so unroll is an optimization that removes the overhead of the loop controlling code and instead generates repetitive code for each iteration of the loop. This results in bigger program size, but faster code. All of the coefficients get stored in registers, which means accessing the values is very fast. There are no bounds checks on the array access at runtime. All these optimizations that Rust is able to apply make the resulting code extremely efficient. Now that you know this, you can use iterators and closures without fear. They make code seem like it's higher level, but don't impose a runtime performance penalty for doing so. Now that is, I think, what the actual killer of Rust, like, that is the real killer feature of Rust. It's not, like, Rust is not a, Rust is not, C or C++ but safer. Rust is JavaScript but faster. Like, or like just a high-level language but faster, which is pretty killer, honestly. Yeah. Oh god, Java streams. Yeah, Java streams are a mess. Closures and iterators are Rust features inspired by functional programming languages. They contribute to Rust's capability to clearly express high-level ideas at low-level performance. Implementations to closures and iterators are such that runtime performance is not affected. This is a part of Rust's goal to strive to provide zero-cost abstractions. Let's look at some more C# iterators, Garbo as hell, fun, yeah, Java and C# are cut from the same cloth, and that cloth is not great for functional programming. At least in Unity simple, yeah. Rust compiler could end up giving more optimized code than C++, and I think that's the best thing ever, yeah. So much boxing and unboxing, yeah. Like, I think, like, the fact that, like, I think, like, zero-cost abstraction is a very good principle. But yeah, let's look at cargo. Alright, about cargo and crates.io. So far, we've only used the most basic features of cargo to build, run, and test our code, but we can do a lot more. Right, other more advanced features: release profiles, publishing on crates.io, organize large projects with workspaces, install binaries from crates.io, and extend cargo using custom commands. Alright. Release profiles are predefined and customizable profiles with different configurations that allow a programmer to have more control over various options for compiling code. Best build tool I've ever used, yeah. Cargo seems like a very good build tool. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot better than Gradle. Oh god, Gradle. Yeah. The only other build tools I've ever used are, Gradle for Java and, like, just Python stuff, yeah. There are some issues with Python's build stuff and namespacing and everything I've run into a lot. It's a lot better than Makefiles, yeah. The local C dev, recommends doing Unity builds for, C without dependencies. I'm interested in getting my build system into your hands sometime, yeah. I would really love, like, a cargo caliber build system for C, that would be very cool. Yeah, I would very much like to try whatever build system you're writing on. But yeah. Alright, yeah. Cargo's, yep, profile names might be familiar from the output of your builds, yep, so like, yeah, so like, unoptimized, debug info, optimized, yep. Different release shown in this build output indicate the compiler's using different profiles, yep, so, yep, dev, release, yeah. There. Yeah. Alright, so, cargo toml time. Yeah. So, profile dev opt level equals O. Profile release opt level equals 3. I feel like C is just encouraging me to not use dependencies. Personally, don't like using dependencies anyways, which is why I like C, yeah. Yeah, C is, yeah. Yeah, C is not great with dependencies. Yeah, that, it can, of course, lead to, like, not invented here problems, but, yeah, like, having, like, a low dependency set with C is generally a good thing because build systems aren't great. Yeah, I definitely have issue with, like, microdep. Yeah, C strings scare me, though, yeah. Very much prone to not invented here syndrome, yeah. Not invented here is something that comes with, like, a lot of time and development. Yeah, like, I much prefer to, yeah, what's that? Which is why I'm building a build system, yeah. Not invented here syndrome is, basically just like, reinventing the wheel for everything when mature solutions are out there, yeah. NIH, yeah, not invented here is basically just, is not trusting other people's code and re-implementing everything yourself. There are some things where, like, it's alright to re-implement things on your own. And, yeah. Yeah, but, like, there are some things you should never re-implement, like cryptography. Don't roll your own crypto, yeah. Rust does have an issue where we're getting some microdeps that don't really need to exist, but for the most part, the ecosystem is a big part of why Rust is so nice. Yeah, let me pull up the biggest example of, like, the difference in, like, Rust's microdep issue and JavaScript's. Let's take a look at a Rust crate and an npm dep. They are the exact same thing. Is even, is even returns true if the given number is even. Yeah. I roll my own hash tables all the time because I used to, so, let's see. These both do the exact same thing. Rust's is even has had 275 downloads ever. NPM's is even gets 100,000 downloads a week. Let's check its dependency. Is odd. Is odd does the exact opposite of is even. It gets it got 352,000 downloads in the past week. I abused the C preprocessor for generics, oh boy, yeah. Yeah, all hash tables are handmade because we have no generics, yeah. Hash tables are honestly really easy to write, yeah. Hash tables are very easy to write and not an issue. Lack of generics and C is so annoying, yeah, it can be an issue, but yeah. Let's look at the dependencies of is odd on npm. isOdd has a dependency on isNumber. This will tell you whether any value is actually a number. This is the only package of the three that I think actually has justification, because JavaScript is the worst programming language ever. Look at this. Plus empty array is a number. Plus empty string is a number. Plus string with lots of white space is a number. Type of nan is a number. Yeah. I also make a lot of libraries, so it makes sense to use generics, yeah. Yeah. At least the way they're in C... Yeah, they're way better than C++ templates, yeah. Now... Yeah. Yep. It also this also filters out infinity and negative infinity, null, undefined, stuff like that. It has had multiple releases. It has, like... It has to have benchmarks to verify, like, how quickly it can go. This package has 55 million downloads per week. 55 million downloads per week for something that is part of, like, it's had a total of 3.5 billion downloads. 3.5 billion all-time downloads for isNumber. Like, isEven has had, again, isEven has had all-time 33 million downloads on NPM, 275 on Rust. And that's the difference. I wish that isNumber was not something that is necessary, but 843 packages depend on it. 42 depend on isOdd, 26 on isEven. All of these will have their own, Handlebars is, there are a lot of, the dependency nightmare is awful on NPM. It's just so, there's just so many problems with it. Yeah, the most downloads on Craigslist is 100 million. That's for Rand, yeah. Yeah, that is also because, Rust is a lot smaller of an ecosystem at the moment. Yeah, there's just so much wrong with NPM and its ecosystem. Just so much. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's, the big thing with, Rust is, there are microdeps out there, but they're not really widely used like they are in JS. And, do I need to remind you all about left pad? Yeah, optimization levels, yep. More optimization extends compiling time, so it'll be slower, but it'll, but the code will eventually run faster. Right, yep, so we could change, optimization level for dev profile to 1 or such. Yep. So it'll now do, a custom optimization level. There's a bunch of different config options. Particle, yep. Yeah, so overflow checks, yeah. Optimization level, yep. Ooh, there's even ones for optimizing for binary size. Neat. Yep. Yeah, debug. Yeah, I do think it is, yeah. Yeah. I think I would, yeah. Yeah, I would probably, just end up with something opt level 0 debug equals 2 or such, but yeah. Big microdepths in Rust are things like anyhow, error type unifying crate, or config if, better conditional compilation. Yeah. Microdeps make sense somewhat in JS though, because the main piece of optimization those ecosystems are made for is file size, since every byte's something that has to be downloaded by the client. Yeah. I think most C programs are compiled with 0 to opt level, yeah. Yeah, I'm just like looking at like debug level because I like having debug info in my, in my stuff. I just got an ad for McDonald's hacking their codes for not putting the McGangbang on there. Oh my god. Hi, friend. Great to see ya. Right, the overflow checks, link time optimizations. Yep. Panic strategies, yep. Unwinder abort. Incremental, incremental comp. Yeah, code gen units, RPath. Yep. So default profiles are dev, release, test, bench for benchmarks. Alright. Publishing to Crates.io. I'm not actually gonna publish anything I've got right now because I want to publish something actually like sizable, but yeah. Crate registry distributes, throws your packages. Yep. Rust and Cargo have features that help make your published package easier for people to use and find. Yay. Yeah, so accurately documenting your packages will help other users know how and when to use them. I feel like the Rust community really encourages using and contributing to dependencies instead of everyone rewriting their own stuff. Yeah. I think that is community run dependencies is a good thing. Like, there are advantages to deving everything yourself. There are advantages to dependencies. I think personally Rust is striking a good balance where the stuff that you use crates for is sizable enough to warrant being a dependency. Yeah. I thought // was the main dot comment. Yeah. I think there's specific comments for docs, yay. Yeah, HTML displays the contents of docs, comments for public API items, yep. Yeah, so Rust does 3 slashes, okay, yeah. And then you put Markdown in it, okay. Got it. Accessibility seems like a huge pull for that, yeah. Don't think there are multi-line dot comments? Yeah. Not sure, but yeah. Yeah, I know /* is what Java uses. Right, so yeah, Tunes support Markdown, hooray, yeah. I have some issues with Markdown, but it is, at least an alright standard. Yeah, so, doc, comments, yay. You can use cargo doc to build the documentation, yep. So is /* just a block comment? Okay, yeah. Right, yeah, then, also, yeah, there's, some dot comments, yep. Go into, give a description of what add one does, start a section with heading examples, yep. For convenience running cargo doc, open will build the HTML for your current crates doc. Yay. Navigate to, yep. And open it in a red web browser. Yeah, getting a few messages from folks that are a bit time crucial, but yeah. Yeah, cargo doc -- open will just open in browser, okay, yep. Yay! Does it parse RS blocks and docs as tests? Yeah. It does, if I recall. Yeah, they did say that. Yeah, it might also just, assume that anything in a block quote is Rust by default, but yeah. Yep, use the examples markdown heading, yeah, with title examples. Then here's some other sections that Panic should know about. Panics, errors, safety, okay. We'll talk about unsafety later, yep. Alright. Documentation comments as tests. Adding example code blocks in your documentation comments can help demonstrate how to use your library, and doing so You can prefix a line in a code block with hash to tell the renderer to ignore it and mark blocks to not compile. Ooh. Right. I wonder if, let me actually, like, I want to see something. // Oh, alright, so automatically supports that, yeah, function to generate a workout. Examples. Generate rate workout 5-7. Generate workout, yeah, 2:25:3. Generate workout 5-4. Up. Oh, it doesn't highlight them. Boo. Yeah, sparks when typing in the code, so satisfying looking. Yeah, you can prefix a line. Yep. Yeah, I think it would be very cool if you like could actually make, or if it did make it so that stuff in a code block inside, or this is probably just like a Rust syntax highlighter thing. Like, I would love if it actually did syntax highlighting for like code in freeform block in yeah, inside of docs. That'd be cool. Oh, but yeah, I think that'd be cool if it like did that pre-formatting. If just a Rust analyzer thing, yeah. If I knew how to like do the code for Rust analyzer, yeah, I know whatever markdown style syntax highlighter I use supports it, so I feel like they could. Yeah, they definitely could, but yeah. Alright. Documentation comments as tests. Yep. Yeah, so doc tests, yeah, those will always like just run tests. Ah. But yeah, that's cool. I think doc tests are a really good thing. But if you use block comments, it'd work, yeah. Yeah, just like those aren't count. My work. Yeah. Let me actually see. Oh, whoops. Up. Yeah, just see. Yeah. Oh, that does still do doc tests and such, but it does not syntax highlight. No. Block selection would look nicer for this. Yeah. Yeah, you can do this. And, like, that's what you'd have in, like, Java or such. But, yeah. Huh. Yeah, where you select a rectangle, yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you can also do //bang, okay. Describes the purpose of oh yeah, so this is documentation to the item that contains the comments rather than item following. Okay, yep, makes sense. Yep. If one add doc describes the purpose of my crate, contains add one, yep. Yeah, I think that's cool. Also, since // is sort of an alias for a hash doc attribute, you can easily generate documentation and build scripts or macros. Ooh! Cool. Alright. Okay, run cargo doc open, yep. Comments will display on the front page of the documentation. Alright, documentation comments within items are useful for describing crates and modules especially, yep. Explain the overall purpose of a container, yep. Yep, so exporting a convenient public API with pub use, yay. So yeah, kind of gone over like the pub use stuff, yep. Structure that makes sense to while you're developing a crate might not be very convenient for your users. Might want to organize your structs in a hierarchy containing multiple levels, but then people who want to use a type you define deep in the hierarchy might have trouble finding out the type exists. Yeah, might be annoyed having to enter another use, yep. Or having to enter that, yep. Oh yeah, something similar, I can't remember the exact syntax, yeah. Ooh, you can include files, that's very cool. Yeah, include your readme as root crate doc, that's good, yeah, that's very cool. If structure isn't convenient for others to use from another library, you can pub use. Yeah, yeah, that's cool, so. Yep, so, yeah. Made a library, named art for modeling artistic concepts, so there's kinds. Yeah, and utils, so yeah. Yep, that's what the front page of doc would look like, yep. Note the primary color, secondary color types aren't listed on the front page nor is mixed. Have to click kinds and utils to see them. Another crate that depends on library would need to use statements that bring the items from art into scope specifying module structure. Like art kinds, primary color, art utils mix. Yeah. What you can do instead is pub use, yep, self kinds, primary colors, self kinds, secondary colors, self utils mix. And those will just appear right up there, yeah. Re-exports, yay. Yeah. Hash brack is an attribute that affects things at the module level, yeah. Probably not hashbang because Linux kernel supports that for choosing an interpreter, yeah. Yep, so hashbang brack feature enables unstable features, yep. Or hashbang bracket, yeah. Well, usually has to be the first line, but yeah. Yeah, like, also, you're not going to really be running Rust files in terminal unless by accident, yeah. Like, Rust is not built for terminal use. At least not, like, really. Yep. So now you can just use art mix, art primary color, yeah. I think, yeah, re-exports is good. I like that. In cases where there are many nested modules, re-exporting the types at top level of pub use can make a significant difference in the experience, yep. Creating useful public API structure is more of an art than a science, yep. Iterate to find the API that works best for your users, yep. Is a cargo, yeah. Alright. Yep, pub use gives you flexibility, yay. Then there's crates.io, so you just log in via GitHub, yep. Currently requirements might support other ways in the future, so yeah. Yeah, right now it is just log in with GitHub, yeah. Re-exporting is really important because Rust doesn't really support peer dependencies for good reason, yeah. Yeah, then, great, yeah, then you'll have cargo login, okay. API credential, yep. Store it locally, ooh. It is good that, like, it has, like, a built-in, like, store your login thing. I like that, that's very helpful. Token is secret, so I'm not doing downstream peer dependencies, transitive dependencies, or... Yep. Then there's metadata for crates, okay. Yep, so you've got, like, name, version, edition. Yep. Yep, for license, you've got to give it its SPDX. Yep, so MIT or whatever. Yeah, so lots of these. I really wish that my favorite license at the moment had an SPDX, but oh well. Yeah, yeah. I wonder how you, like, apply to get something in the SPDX list. Peer dependencies are what they're called in JS. I don't care if they mean something specific or not, but yeah, Yeah, it's where you depend on something that depends on another and assume you can use the last thing's public API despite not depending on it directly. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so if you want to use a license that doesn't appear in SPDX, you need to place the text of that license in a file, include the file in your project, then use license file, yep, instead of using license key. Guidance on which license is appropriate for your project is beyond the scope of this book. Very, yeah. Many people in the Rust community license their projects in the same way as Rust by doing dual license of MIT or Apache. Okay, yeah. Specifically, this is where you're depending on a library and another library you're using depends on that library too. Ah. Yeah, so it basically keeps dependencies to a strict tree instead of like a web or whatever. You want to share types between them? Yeah. Right. Yeah, cargo docs, yep. And publishing the crates.io, yay. Be careful when publishing a crate because the publish is permanent. Can never be overwritten, code cannot be deleted, yep. Permanent code archive, yep. Allowing version deletions would make fulfilling that goal impossible. No limit to the number of crate versions you can publish, yay. So there's your publisher such. Yep. Publishing a new version of an existing crate. Yeah. You can't remove, yeah. Yep. Once you've made changes to your crate and are ready to release a new version, you change version. Yep. Republish. Semver. Okay, yep. Removing versions from crates.io with cargo yank. Okay, so, yeah. You can't remove previous versions, but you can prevent any future projects from adding them as a new step. Basically, when you've got a serious vulnerability or such, or a bug that breaks things, you yank it, and yeah, then anyone who still uses it is vulnerable and should update. Or you can, yeah. Yank does not delete code. Yank is not intended for deleting accidentally uploaded secrets. Just reset them. Before I go on, I want to pull up something. I want to show y'all one of my favorite things. Who wants to have a really good piece of fiction? Check out Cold Iron. Yeah, Cold Iron is very cool. I like it a lot. It is basically fiction told through Rust docs. It's really cool, yeah, it's so much fun, yeah, it is so interesting. I think it's cool as hell. Stuff like that is just great. Yeah, it is just formatted just fundamentally like a Rust docs. It's cool as hell. Yeah, it's so cool. Y'all should go read it. I'm not gonna read it on. Next week, want to get more of my lore down. Yeah, no, Cold Iron really. Yeah, Cold Iron, and it also talks about a C library called libthom. I think, yeah, it's probably just written in Rustdoc. Yeah, it was absolutely written in Rustdoc. But yeah, you should, yeah, Non, you would love this. This really feels like your thing. Makes me want to write more of my lore down. Yeah, yeah, the Cold Iron docs and talking about libthom really feels like your thing. But yeah, Mr. Worthy, yeah. Alright, then, let's see, cargo workspaces, woo! Build a package that include, oh it is, I've read it, yeah, nice. As your project develops, you might find the library crate continues to get bigger and you want to split up your package. I'm a fan, yeah, In this situation, Cargo offers workspaces that help you manage multiple related packages that are developed in tandem. Ooh. A workspace is a set of packages that share the same cargo lock and output directory. let's make a project using a workspace. We'll use trivial code so we can concentrate on the structure. Alright. So yeah, multiple ways to structure a workspace. We're going to show one common way. We'll have a workspace containing a binary and 2 libraries. Binary, which will provide the main functionality, will depend on the 2 libs. One library will provide add1, second will provide add2. Note, workspaces allow you to compile more parts of your project in parallel. Yay! Hopefully, they're better than hopefully they're better than multi-project workspaces in fucking Gradle! Hate Gradle. Fuck Gradle. Hate how it is literally the only fucking, like, Java build system that's even halfway decent. Alright. Oh yeah, so, start by creating a new directory for the workspace, yep. So let's say, add a new file, cargo, toml. Alright, so, yep, workspace section, yeah. Oh, and then you do, you create, okay, yeah, like that. Okay, got it. I'm not gonna do it in here, but yeah. That is, alright, that's a good way to set up multi-project add. Just multiple crates in the same parent drawer with the cargo file saying they exist, yeah. Every time I do a Gradle refresh, it nukes my project-specific settings. The workspace has one target directory at top level for compiled artifacts. Yeah. Yep. Adder doesn't have its own target dir. Yep. Even if we were to run cargo build from inside Adder, compiled artifacts would still end up in add target. So yeah. Yeah. Members. Okay. Yeah. All right. Then create a second package. Yep. Just Adder add1. Yeah. And then that's where your librs goes. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Add1 is... Ooh, so you used paths for that. Okay, yep. Path dependencies. Cargo doesn't assume that crates in a workspace will depend on each other, so we need to be explicit about the dependency relationships between the crates. Okay. Got it? Neat. Yep, add1, yeah. I'm not gonna, like, write this one out just because, like, it's kind of like just all, like, a bunch of, like, CLI stuff, and I don't like CLI stuff. I remember having to fix a Google library to get it to build on Android and futzing with Gradle is the worst part. Yeah. Working with Gradle sucks, and working with Bazel is even worse. Yeah, like, Bazel blows. Bazel blows. Fuck Bazel. I don't like Bazel. This shit blows. Yeah. You should not have to manually specify every single file. Your build system should do that for you. Like, fuck Bazel. Cargo is so, like, Bazel just sucks. It is like, yeah, like, you should not have to make your build system you should not force your build system to manually define every class. You should, like, your build system should know what classes to use. It should be smart. Yep. So to run binary from add, we can specify which package in the workspace we want to run by using -p. Oh, 9 o'clock. Okay, yeah. Yeah, then you can... Alright, so you can run a specific package. Okay. Depending on an external package in the workspace. Woo. Only one cargo lock ensures all crates are using the same version of all dependencies. Looking good. Ah! Yep, that sounds very good. We can now use ran to add one source librs. Yep. That means you can't have build system. You can't have like dependency specifications that conflict because that would just break things anyway. Yep. Alright. Yep, so... yeah, just like set all your dependencies. Building the adder package will add rand to the list of deps for adder, but no additional copies of rand will be downloaded. Yep. Alright. So... I will resolve both to one version, yeah. And of course, like, if you aren't actually going to use rand in something, but your dependency uses it, that doesn't, yeah, that doesn't matter unless you want to use that dep too. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, you can have, like, a bit of, like, a complex tree, but yeah. But you have to, like, manually specify it and everything, yeah. You can run tests for one crate by using -p, yeah. Output shows cargo test only ran the test for add 1 and didn't run adder crate test, yep. Each crate in the workspace will need to be published separately. Wait, cargo published does not have --all or -p, okay. Then you could do an add 2 or such, yeah. Consider using a workspace easier to understand smaller individual components than one big blob. Furthermore, keeping the crates in a workspace can make coordination between them easier, yep. Then bins from crates are with cargo install, yep. Ooh. I like that. Yep, isn't intended to replace system packages, meant to be a convenient way for Rust devs to install tools others have shared on Crates.io. Bin targets runnable program created if the crate has a source main OS, yep. Yep. Yeah, crates have information in README file about whether it's a crate is a library, has a binary target, or both. All binaries installed with cargo installer stored in installation roots bin. You installed Rust using Rust up and don't have any custom configs, it'll be $home cargo to bin. A lot more common deps will have optional features to enable compatibility with other libs, yeah. That's cool. Yep. Rust implementation of grep called ripgrep, yep. You can just do that, yay. Second last line of output shows location and name of the installed binary, yay. As long as the installation directory is in your path, as mentioned previously, you can run rg-help, yay. Yep, cargo is designed so you can extend it with new subcommands without having to modify cargo. If a binary in your path is named cargo something, you can run it as if it was a cargo subcommand by running cargo something. Custom commands like this are also listed when you run cargo-list. Being able to use cargo install to install extensions and then run them, just like the built-in cargo tools, is a super convenient benefit of cargo's design, yay. Sharing code with cargo and Crates.io is what makes the Rust ecosystem useful for many different tasks. Rust standard lib is small and stable, but crates are easy to share, use, and improve on a timeline different from that of the language. Don't be shy about sharing code that's useful to you. Likely, it'll be useful to someone else as well. And it's 9:04 and my throat's getting a bit dry, and... oh, dear God! Okay. I'm gonna do smart pointers and concurrency next time, because we're already at, like, my usual stream end time, and I don't think I'm ready to do those tonight, so next time, yeah. Interesting and extending cargo, yeah. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. Yeah, and posture check, yeah. That noise, yeah. Yeah, for now, I'm just gonna head back on over to just chatting. Oop, whops. Yeah, I have been enjoying learning Rust a lot. Oh boy. Next part is gonna be some of the bigger meat of this, from what I hear. Yeah, smart pointers, time to fuck around with more code and such. That'll be interesting. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, Rust is a really interesting language. I like it a lot. I'm very interested in it. I'm starting to really get my head wrapped around it. Like, I am really happy that, like, today I managed to actually, like, figure out, like, some of the, like, stuff that was going on and how to sort it out. I'm really happy I managed to do that. It's really nice, yeah. Learned some interesting Rust details. Yeah, there's a lot to Rust that is really neat. Thank you for this drum. Yeah, Yeah, who should I raid? Who should I raid? Who should I raid? Beep 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 beep. Beep. Ooh, Nikki and Nova are playing Legends. Rated them a lot recently. I don't see any other, like, friends or such. Yeah, lovely passive beeping. yeah, Rust is cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna join in with Nikki and Nova tonight. Yeah, Nikki and Nova gotten a few raids already, so more would be nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, do I have a coin? Yes, I have a shit ton of dice right fucking here. Even it's Nikki, odd it's Nova. 2, Nikki, alright. Alright, we're just gonna go with soft robo raid. Okay, hug. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. If you don't have the emote, you can unlock it for 150 channel points. Raid, Nikki, Soul. Thank you all so very much for watching, hanging out, joining in. It has been wonderful. I am having so much fun with Rust. I can't wait to do even more of it. Next time, I'm gonna be learning smart pointers. That should be a trip. Tomorrow, I am going to be playing a really cool, cute game called Starcrossed, which, yeah, looks neat. I'm gonna be playing it with a wonderful friend of mine. I can't wait for that. Gonna be really fun. When we get over to Nikki's, please don't forget to drop her a follow, and drop a follow for SD Nova Infinity too. SOSD Nova Infinity. Please follow them both. I love them a bunch. They're really sweet and amazing and good. But yeah, with that, I am just gonna head off for now. I'm gonna rest my voice, rest my back, God. But yeah, let's get this good stream limit. Thank you. Let's get this raid started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you soon.